How do you respond to those who say you're just a product of the system there, the coach and the guys around you, and all you're doing is basically rolling the balls out and not making mistakes? How do you respond to that, Brock?
Oh man, I would just say, you know, I don't really care in a sense. I just want to win. I want to help this team win. People can say what they want. That's cool. I just want to help this team win and reach our goals, and then we'll see at the end of all this if that's true or not. So.
Let's talk about your relationship with Kyle Shanahan. What generally does he tell you going into a game like, say, this Monday night? Walk me through that relationship, if you don't mind, Brock.
Yeah. I mean, he always just, echoes, you don't have to be somebody you're not. You don't have to be some superhero. You don't have to think you have to do too much. He obviously allows me to play who I am, but at the same time, I understand everything ties together in this offense. There's a reason why he's calling certain plays. If the shot play is not there, progress to number 3 and we'll move on, to third and manageable compared to third and long. And so he's always just, preaching and teaching, play within our offense, within our system. You don't have to do too much. There's times where you'll have opportunities where you break outside the pocket and you have to make a play. And then he's like, be you in those moments. But we have a good defense. We got a great team overall. And so do what we ask of you and we'll be just fine.
Why do you think it works so well or has worked so well so far, Brock? Why?
Yeah. I mean, I think we just got obviously a great team. We got playmakers across the board. And so for me, I look at it like I'm a point guard. I just got to dish out the ball to the guys in space and allow them to make plays and be on time, make the right decisions. I don't have to be this, superhero of a quarterback scrambling and making all these highlight plays. That's not how our offense is, and so our run game is really important, for me to make sure we're in the right run, the right play, taking checkdowns, being smart with the ball, being willing to punt because we have a good defense. I feel like it just all ties together, and yeah.
And the number of people that I've spoken to from your team, your teammates, McCaffrey, Kittle, for instance, Debo, I've asked them the same question, so I'll ask you as well. Your coach is famous for saying, this is the way, if we run the play, it's going to work, and it's exactly how it does, in fact, play out. Do you have a story like that about Kyle Shanahan telling you, do it this way, let's call it at this time, and then he does it, and it does actually hit in the same manner that he predicted? You got one of those for me, Brock?
I mean, I think like there's multiple times, he's called the right play at the right time, like, Sunday Night Football, the trick play. We've had that in for weeks, and then we run it, and we hit George down the sideline at the right time. It was the right coverage. Great play call. Last year against Seattle in the playoff game, we did this trick play, not necessarily a trick play, but we sold outside zone really hard to the left, and Jawan had a great fake block and went down the sideline. It was a huge play in the game for us to, then score after. We had been saving that play for a while, but he just, allows to, set up those plays for, third, fourth quarter, crucial parts of the game kind of plays. And so everything ties together, man. He's always thinking about how he can set something up, whether it's pass, run, or whatever, but the dude's a wizard.
So many people trying to crack the code on finding another you or finding somebody who can come into the league and perform, in a manner in which you're performing. Do you think the 4 years you had at college and the amount of time you played does help in this front as well, Brock?
Yeah, I do. I've told multiple people multiple times, like the situational football, the environments you go and play in, just the different defenses and schemes that you have to get ready for, like 4 years of that, and catching a ball, seeing all that kind of stuff and being, accurate with the ball and making plays, like all that stuff added up. I think it really did help, when I got to this level in terms of, now I get to see a defense. Oh, I remember seeing this a couple years ago against this scheme in college or whatever. I think that all those little things help. And at the end of the day, man, it comes down to making good decisions consistently. And so I feel like I have a lot of reps of that from college, and it allowed me to be ready for what's to come here.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.